My mom's boyfriend that I hated would sit like this, and he'd flip his flip-flop, slap it against his foot. So to me, that's the sign of a real piece of shit.
When you said that, I could almost hear the flop hitting his foot. Yeah.
And what's cool is I knew my mom and him were starting to break up when she would snap on that. I'd be like, yes.
So that started to annoy her.
Yeah, she'd be like, Joe, could you not?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, what? And then I'd be like, yes. I'd be sitting there, I'd be like, we're headed there. We're headed there. Get him out. Get him. Lock him up. Lock him up.
And then when he left, did he leave in flip-flops? And then those are the last noises. Like that noise just followed you? When you hear that noise, do you just go, do you have like a Vietnam flashback?
Yeah, thop, thop, thop. I don't want to watch UConn's women's basketball.
I'm not an R word. I'm not an R word.
I'm not. I'm smart. I might not be a smart man, but I know what love is. Yeah.
So he gave you a lot of confidence because he used to build you up and call you smart. He used to call you a genius and things like that.
Yeah. So what would happen was I'd be at dinner and I would, which I still do now at 30.
Did he have like a stepdad name like
Joe?
Joe, yeah. And Joe's a good one.
I mean, I talk about it on stage, but he was my dad's ex-best friend. And he was like, they'd come in.
Wait a second. Hold up. You can't.
He's my godfather.
He was your godfather.
He was my godfather.
So he was your godfather. He was your dad's ex-best friend.
Yeah.
And
just.
He slid in there.
Yeah. So How
long after?
Oh, like 8 years. I mean, listen, it's never cool.
It's never cool.
It's never cool.
Was he just like, at first, did you just think he was over talking with your mom about your dad and then you?
Yeah, we moved him from Connecticut to Colorado because for some reason, my mom and I were like sitting around. It was the summer of the 96 Olympic Games. And I was like, oh, you should. Joe and his wife were my parents' friends, obviously, because my godfather.
Right.
I was like, when was the last time you talked to Joe and Lynn? And my mom was like, oh, shit, since like 89. And I was like, call him up. And I did it to myself. I was like, you should see how Joe's doing. So my mom called Joe. He was divorced. My mom was single. They were talking. And then we were looking for a roommate. So my mom's like, how'd you feel about Joe moving?
Wait, you guys were looking for a roommate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like this one time in my mom's, where we were like, we need the help.
Right.
It'll help out. We'll have a roommate.
I love the fact that you were just like an 8-year-old kid.
I was like 12.
Brainstorming revenue options.
Like streaming revenue. I would have put her on an OnlyFans now.
You're like, wait, Mom, have you thought about this?
Mom, I'm going to toss this out there. What if I get some Spyderco knives? We go door to door. I sell it. If you get 3 people, me and my mom just pushing magazine subscriptions. Marie Claire has got a brand new deal for you. It's 14 issues. So
you were trying to figure out how to rent one of the rooms out.
I liked Joe. Because I only knew him as like my dad's friend.
No 8-year-old should have to think this stuff through.
Again, I was 12.
You were 12. Sorry about that. You were an adult. I apologize.
Honestly, with 8, it would be more acceptable because it's pie-eyed and it's like, dad's friend. 12, you're like, all right, kid, what are you doing? You put yourself in harm's way.
Yeah, I don't know how they consider when they consider adulthood in the Midwest, but 12 I think is pretty young.
Colorado laws, 100 years ago, I would have had to have had my own farm by then.
Yeah, you probably would have. Yeah, you would have had to lead a storm on an Indian tribe.
They go, if you can't drive cattle, why are you here? Damn it, Dan.
So Joe, you hook your mom and Joe up unintentionally.
Completely unintentionally.
Yeah.
And it ends up being the worst.
Did he at least pay a little rent for a little bit in that room?
Yeah, they faked it.
Yeah.
And then there became a time where it was like a rainstorm, and I went to piss, and I remember it was like really storming outside, and the lightning struck, and I saw that his door was open, like a scary movie. And I noticed his door was open, and I was like, I'll shut Joe's door. And I like looked in, and he wasn't in his bed, and I was like, damn. I immediately knew. I was like, damn.
Did he play it off for a while?
I gave it a couple days, and then finally with my mom, I was like, so Joe's sleeping in your room? And she was like, oh, we were gonna tell you. And you're like, all right. And it was just like, he had never had kids. He didn't know.
Did he play it off for a while like he came out of a room naked and he was like, oh, sorry. I was fixing the air conditioner.
It was crazy. Your mother was trapped under a boulder and I had to get her out.
And you're like, okay, cool,
Cool. No. Once I knew, I was like, all right. And then everything was starting. It was still so stupid I didn't put it together that it was going to turn terrible.
Right.
But yeah, then it's like, you have no control of the situation. Then all of a sudden, my ranking got dropped. When he was a roommate, we were even ranking.
You could go to his room and be like, hey rent's
Joe.
due. Yeah.
Hey, Joe, you're using a little too much hot water, buddy. I come in with a tool belt.
Right.
I'm in here to fix that thing that you said downstairs. It's like, oh, it's a little bit of some of the ceilings falling off. I'm having super conversations. I go, yeah, lady who owns this building's a real bitch. She's busting our ass about my grades.
And then it turned into
time
for you to go to your room, Dan.
Yeah, then it became them getting hammered, and then at dinner them letting some real loose opinions of me.
Go to your room, Dan. Wait a second. Dude, I'm your boss. And he goes, I'm fucking your mom.
I know. Well, I'm fucking your mom.
I'm kind of your dad now.